right, let me just double check and make sure. Checking my phone real quick. Doesn't show just yet. Still not showing. Um, oh, now it shows that I'm sharing and I can hear myself. Great. Okay. So now that I can know that I hear myself, and muting this so that I don't keep hearing myself in the background. Great. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my notes because I'm really excited to share something with you today that I have been implementing with one of the teams that I work with. And okay, cool. Oh, let me close that. Where? Okay, cool. Oh, let's move that over here so I can look at you when I'm sharing this information because that's important, right? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I guess I should bring this over here instead. We'll leave it here. It's fine. This is fine. Okay. Again, look at my notes real quick. Make sure I'm not leaving anything out. All right, cool. Let's get started. Wait. Sorry, I'm making sure. Hopefully by the time you see this, I will have nixed this stuff out from LinkedIn and YouTube and all the rest. But in the meantime, okay, cool. Hello and welcome. My name is Cassandra, and quick question for you. Do you hate meetings? Are they long and drawn out and boring and you feel like it could totally be done in an email? What if you could get all of the important updates across your team and still save time every week? It may sound like a fantastical story, but it's true. And I want to share with you today. Now, before we get started, if you don't know who I am, my name is Cassandra. I am a developer advocate, a events manager, I digital marketer. Like I've been all over the place, and all of that has stemmed from my drive to improve strategic execution, my drive to improve other people and help them save time and make things easier and more process efficient. And my biggest passion is empowering people to create greater success by either breaking things down like tech stuff and things like that into easy to understand bite-sized pieces, or sharing, processes like I'm about to share with you, or whatever it is that I feel may be empowering for you. So, as I mentioned, I'm a developer advocate and a budding workshop facilitator, and all of that basically comes from my experience, as I said, in strategic execution, development, etc. And along my journey, I found a company called PipDex. PipDex, think of it basically as an expert in your pocket, quite literally. They make card decks that you can, if you get the digital version, you can get like Miro template. If you get a physical version, which I didn't bring to show you, it's just super awesome. And that is a really great thing. Let me see if I have the link here. I do not, but it will be in my blog post, which will be right here. So if you go to prosperousheart.com/link-updates, this training, as well as some links and really great materials for you, will be on that post right here. So with that, let me go ahead and remove this. So with that, I wanted to share with you what this particular piece of a PipDeck set I'm going to be sharing with you today. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Actually, let me make sure that I'm on the right screen first, which I was not. No, thought I was all prepped. Okay, now I should be prepped. Let me go ahead and double check my screen here real quick, share my screen. Great. Okay, so I'm going to introduce this concept, and like I said, it can basically get a lot of updates from across teams all at once. And so far, I have been able to save the team that I work with on this 10 minutes every week so far. It's only been in use for a little bit. So let me go ahead and explain a little bit about this PipDex thing. So PipDex, again, I shared that, but specifically from their team tactics deck is their lean updates. So as you can see, lean updates allows you to discuss things across teams, across different disciplines, not slowing you down. And for what they did, I'm not going to go into this whole card, but I kind of expanded on this, and I also got feedback from the team that I'm working with to make it even better, which I'll go into in just a minute. But basically, you have a short amount of time, about 15 minutes, 5 minutes per session, where you do a certain thing. First one is you become familiar and you update your 3 columns, and then you read through the columns, you ask questions, and then there's time for actually responding to those questions. So that's basically the gist of it. So let me go ahead and hop into, first of all, why would you use this? Now, you may have already seen some really great things, reasons why that you would want to use this. But as you can see here, first of all, if you start to use this on a regular basis, you can actually prep ahead of time. So that way people can actually update during the week. So you don't have to spend that time during that call filling in the information, et cetera, et cetera. Now, you still should in case people forgot or they have a little extra stuff. But one of the things that you can do is you can have a way for people to signal, especially if you're remote like I am, a way for people to signal, hey, I'm done, right? So that way you're not just sitting there for 5 minutes or whatever, not doing anything. So it gives you the opportunity to do it ahead of time if you prep it in advance. As I mentioned earlier, it saves time while providing ample opportunity to discuss further important matters. So I don't know about you, but when I'm in a meeting and people are wanting to share what they have, right? People are asking questions, things like that. Well, it tends to run long. And some of it may be information, some of it may be irrelevant information. But when you do it this way, it gives people, everyone, opportunity to see who's doing what problems that they have, and ask questions in one go. And so what we do is when we get to the part where we're actually answering the questions, we go through question by question if they haven't already been answered. We address them, and it gives opportunity for people to respond if they didn't have an opportunity before. You also, if you are doing it every week or whatever your cadence is, you can see progress, right? And I'll show you exactly how in just a moment, but you can see progress week to week, month to month, and kind of get an idea about how things are progressing if you aren't using certain other methods to do so. And then, of course, number 4 is other interested parties can see what's going on. So let's say that you have a cross team who's providing updates on a lot of different customers and clients and things like that. Well, what happens is you now have a central location where it says, hey, this team's working on this thing and whatever. Well, maybe this client wants to see this part of the information, and they can go and check it out. So there's some ways that you can do that. Now, I'm not saying that all clients should see all information, but for some companies, right, all the clients are internal, and so it doesn't matter if they see everything. But that is another topic for their discussion. That's about security and things like that. But these are just why some reasons why you might want to consider using lean updates in a future discussion. So let's actually talk about what that looks like. So here you should now be seeing, you should be seeing a Google Doc. You can put this in Confluence, which is part of Jira. That's actually how we started using it at Cisco with my team. And this is kind of how it came about from that. Like, this is the final version so far, and it may be tweaked a bit later, but this is what I'm working with and what I'll be using this with my students. So first of all, you have a column for your individual. This is usually done for a single team, not necessarily a cross-functional teams like what I'm using right now in Cisco. But let's say you have a particular team. So you would have your individuals, who they are, right? The quarter goals are there kind of more as like a guiding post, because this is also kind of helping you to prepare for the next week, not just what's happened this current week. So quarter goals, we then have key priorities. So this week and last week, right? So key priorities this week might be to work on a piece of the training for a Python development course that you're developing. Maybe last week it was deciding what course you're going to be doing, right? So you can see that as you progress, you'll see from week to week and more. So that's key priorities for the week. Then you've got interesting updates for the team. So maybe it is you were hired to do some freelance gig work, and it really, I don't know, whatever the case may be, these are some interesting updates that you feel like your team should know about. Then you have your key blockers and escalations. This might be, maybe you had some code break. Maybe you had a setback in setting up your event for whatever reason. Then once those questions are answered, you have everybody go through and ask questions of those particular team or individual. And those questions could be like, what was the bug? What was the link? What was the status of such and so? Like, what are the questions people have? And you'll put them there. And then you'll just go through each question. You'll have the responses here, and then you have everything centralized into one location. So that's basically the lean updates concept. And again, if you want to check it out and see the links and some of the other things that are going on with this particular blog post that I've just made or made for this video anyway, be sure to go to processheart.com/lean updates. It should also give you links to other great opportunities for learning, such as workshop facilitation. So again, that's something that I'm growing in. In this particular URL, you have templates and links to more trainings and things like that. And this is going to grow, but that's just a couple of particular links that you can use on your journey. But again, the lean updates for today with some additional links for you are at this particular website. Now, I believe that's all I wanted to share with you today. So thank you so much for joining. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your community. Let me know if you learned something today, and if you're already using lean updates, maybe you do it a different way. Maybe you have a different system that you use with which to save time and still get all the important updates across the board. So thanks so much for joining me today. If you would like to learn how we can work together, please do head over to this website. This is my digital resume, so you can learn more about the things that I've accomplished in the course of my career and how you can contact me, which on that website right here, there is a contact link. So if you go into to that, it'll take you down to the contact page, which I guess I can show you actually without just trying to tell you. But you can see it though. Great. So when you go to that site, which would look like this, resume.processheart.com, right? And if you go to the contact at the top right, if you're on mobile, there'll be a little menu, a hamburger menu you can click on. Just go to contact and connect with me on LinkedIn. Or if you want to know any more information, there's more here, but just connect with me on LinkedIn. What will happen is I will find out more about what it is you're looking to accomplish and where your goals are and how I might be able to serve you. And if I feel like we can work together, then we can talk about the next steps. But otherwise, that's it from me. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cassandra. I'm the Process Heart, and I hope you have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day. Bye.